Hey, what's up you guys? This is Ninjaxtx and welcome to the 44th video in my third round of philosophy videos. Now, today's topic is a little similar to one that I brought up several times before, but it's gonna take a different turn. I've talked about blessing blockers. You know, those people that always want you to help them, always want you to give away your secrets to your success without really working for their own. They use you to get ahead. I've had my share. Everyone has. It is draining to the person that is being used for information. You have to be careful of users like that, because I just had a situation this past week where I realized someone was using me to get information on another one of my friends. That ain't cool. Now, what I had to realize there was when the person was asking certain questions, blessing blockers will give you buzzwords. And those buzzwords I'll cover in another video in the future. But they will give you cues as to what they want. And if you don't answer it the way they want you to, they will spin it around and make you look like the bad guy. Now, I've always said, get the blessing blockers out of your life. Yeah, that's a given. You got to do that. But what you have to make sure of is being mindful of what they can then use to get back into your inner circle. Everybody knows I have a big heart. I will help anybody that needs it. I will give them the shirt off my back, even though I may end up without a shirt. That's just the way I am. I just can't see somebody in need. And blessing blockers use that because they know that if you're a good person, they know how to get in and under your skin. That's why you have to develop what a friend of mine calls a poker face, where it may faze you, but you don't show that it fazes you until you're in private. Am I saying be hard all the time? No, because we're all human. What I'm saying to you is never show your cards until you know the game. Never tip your hand until you know what every player at the table with you has. Now, blessing blockers use that philosophy too. That's why I say develop the poker face, where If they say something to you, yes, reach out. But do your research. Do your research before you give to this person. Do your research before you give to a certain cause. Research, research, research. It's like I said on Facebook one time a while back. It is the age of the geek. If you don't know how to use Google, learn. Because I will tell you, I spend about I spend about 50% of the time that I have online doing research, because I don't want to be taken advantage of. Blessing blockers use naive people to get ahead. Now, the people may not realize they're being used. The people may not be savvy to know that they're pawns in the game of life. But if you sit there, somebody tells you something, and you just automatically take it as the truth, you're being a sucker. Do your research. Research, research, research. Then you can tackle a subject with everything you got. But if you don't do your research and you get taken advantage of, and this, like I said, this happened to me this past week, and it had me thrown for a loop. But when I did my research, I found myself saying, okay, this person is a blessing blocker, but I also block my own blessing by letting this person in. Just because you also do that. When you let the blessing blockers in, the longer you let them stay, the more you block your own blessing. So you then become a blessing blocker. The best advice I have for that is just still be who you are, but be mindful of those that may have used your good heart to get over on you. Be mindful of those that may or may not have been in your inner circle before, but they're all of a sudden ingratiating themselves to you, being entirely too friendly when they were hateful before. Now, am I saying people can't change? No, because God can put it on anybody's heart to change. But what I'm saying is, beware of the wolf in sheep clothing. And when that wolf reveals himself, get a pair of sticks. Whether they be a pair of nunchucks, an actual stick, or the stick that you use when that wolf reveals itself is, as I've said before, your research. The biggest stick you can use is your research, and hit them over the head with it as many times as you can until they're down. I hope that made sense. I hope it wasn't too rambly for some of you. I tend to ramble when I'm upset, and yes, this past week did upset me, but I'm trucking it off. I've learned to listen. Just watch out for the wolves, people, because they're coming if they're not already here. And as I've said, as soon as they enter your life, get a big stick, knock them out. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope that touched someone's heart. I hope that made someone think about the choices they're making in life. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or requests, please send them to my YouTube account. Or if you know how to get in touch with me on Facebook, please do so there. Thank y'all. Bye-bye for now.